watchers to theirs.
Baldur's Gate. You know, I never quite believed I'd actually make it back. Wasn't until we got within reach of Worm's Crossing that it felt real. It's so strange. I don't remember much of it, yet I can't help feel like I know it. It feels like home. I suppose I am. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us.
The bustle here takes some getting used to. Crackling fire and a tresson for company is usually more my speed. Still, we must flow with the current we find ourselves in, however tumultuous it may be. If you've need of me, I'm glad to help.
God, this is the first time in 200 years I've seen these streets in the sunlight. You can forget just how much color there is in the world. Yes, of course. Obviously. Sorry, did you want something?
This is madness! Mistra has a shrine within the city, located in the Stormshore Tabernacle, if my memory serves me.
Do whatever you need to, but I shan't be paying my respects to any of the gods on show.
You never felt the call of the divine, Astari?
Oh, I tried them all. None of them answered.
Very welcome, sir.
Mistra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
A cleric of eyeless Troy enters the tabernacle, and my heart lifts with song. Be welcome. You have come far, I perceive. How may I serve you this day? Ha! That is no surprise, Holy One. You have entered the Stormshore Tabernacle. Here, clerics may commune with their gods, and even hear their responses, if they are so favored. I am also granted the power to provide holy resurrection through sales of revivification scrolls. My purpose is to connect every soul with their divine patron. How could I do that if I couldn't distinguish what deities they serve? I am Vicar Humbletoes, guardian of the Stormshore Tabernacle. I keep the peace in this sacred place and guide those in need. Of course, my child. Within limits. Behold my wares. Divine protectors of Baldur's Gate, hear this humble plea.
Speaks well, lad.
Some soul tavern. I wonder if my old pins are still there. They could be of use to you.
Well, well, look what the bugbear dragged in. Can't believe we both made it to the city, and with our limbs attached.
Working. What else? Alan's short on coppers. The counting house is screwing him over.
He was willing to hire anyone who'd work for cheap. And I'm nothing if not cheap. Oh, you are smooth, hero. I knew there was a reason I missed you. I need to get back to work, but stick around. You brighten the place up. Heading to the roof. Sort your own drinks in the meantime.
Aye, aye. Pull up a seat. If you can find one spare, that is. With all this talk of war, what else the folk to do but drink? I reckon the murder we'd had something to do with it too. Got punters all intrigued. On that morbid note, what can I get you fine self? Going to make this place famous, I reckon. Victim is a bloody duke. Boleyn Stelmane. Well, she was a duke. Now she's just bloody. I reckon I'll be able to charge double for that room once the constable's done with it. Murders and ghosts are always grand for business. At least, I hope. Welcome back. What can I do you for? I tell you what, if we get you staying up there, you can have the whole upstairs floor until this killer. Top floor's all yours.
This is a crime.
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
All right. What now? Oh, bollocks! I told those idiots not to let anyone through.
You. Name, rank, and reason for interrupting an active crime scene. For your sake, the last one better be bloody good. To fetch her another bottle of mead, no doubt. Yes, I'm Devella, the unfortunate colleague. Unless you've got useful information, leave me to my work. Duke Stelmane's dead, and I've got to find who killed her. Gods. That's it. Proof that I was right. I've been working on an assignment, see? A research project of sorts. I knew my conclusions were sound, but this... I never expected this. I'll tell you what I know. A century ago, there was a man, Saravok Anchev. He was a child of the god of murder, Baal. He ruled the Iron Throne, a dark tower hiding a darker secret. It was the front for a deadly arms-dealing network. There, Saravok amassed an army and sought to become a god. Under his stewardship, the Baal Temple was revived. And with it, the Baal cult itself. Fortunately, the temple was destroyed. And to cleanse the city of Saravok's memory, the Iron Throne was torn from its foundations and cast into the Chionthal. For most, that was the end of it. But cults like that don't disappear overnight. That list you spoke of confirms I'm right. The Baal cult is back. And someone is out there, continuing Saravok's work. God save us all if you're right. But I believe it. Whoever it is, they're intimately familiar with Saravok's work. The brutality of the killings is on a par with Saravok's own. But there's something more here. Something new. There's a reverence to these murders. A certain flair. It's as if they were done in worship. The precision of the cuts. The depth, the execution. The best butchers in Faerun couldn't make a cut like that. Trust me, I've asked them. I tried to explain all this to my superiors, but they wouldn't have any of it. They told me to drop it. Told me the city doesn't need another conspiracy theorist and to get back to doing my job before they find someone else to do it for me. But you're not bound by such constraints. Oh, help me out here. Help the city out. I bet if you follow the trail of these murders, you'll be able to unearth the truth of this resurgence. There are patriarchs on the murder target list. I'm oath-bound to secure them first, so I'll be heading to the upper city next. While I'm there, the other potential victims will be at risk. Could you warn them? Not from round here, are you? We're in Baldur's Gate. This is just how things work. Thank you. That's all. Once I'm done with the Patriarchs, I'll head to Basilisk Gate to have another go at convincing my superiors to put some resources into this matter. Meet me there if you've anything more to report. And good luck.
Lots of blood. Some pink stains, too.
That might be worth a look.
Strange bottle. Even stranger smell. This wine's poisonous.
Your deception ends now. I shall cleave the truth from you like flesh from a doer.
Help me! She's gone mad!
Do not be deceived by her paltry form. This is no child. This is a shapeshifter who intends to slay us where we sleep. I saw her. She slipped into camp in the form of a woman and shifted into this abomination. She tried to silence me and hide her deception.
I didn't do anything!
Is my word not enough? Say your farewells, Nevukrim. Perhaps if I remove your eyes, you'll see things as they are.
Look at it. Father's favorite, all lost and wandering. Have you forgotten the way home? Should I set your lapdog to screaming? That could help you find the way. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will save her for you. We can peel her corpse together once the Banite is dead. Gortash betrays us, bloodkin. He sets a leash to our slaughter, uses us to drive the herd towards his Tin Men's oppression. You must kill the tyrant, smear him across his rock-rotten halls, and pluck the netherstone from his carcass. Then we duel, sweet slaughterkin. The winner claims the stones, Baal's true chosen. The loser rots on his altar. Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
So, this was Orin's intention. A combat against a fellow scion of Baal, witnessed by the Lord of Murder himself. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Orin's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
You forget how Father's blood clots our veins. It must be returned to him, seeped straight into his grim-born jaws. But first, you must make gutspill of the tyrant. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Come to my temple before you turn Gortash to carrion, and I will ready your friend's corpse to greet you. Baal is waiting, slaughterkin. Do not disappoint him.
Bloody shape-shifting freak! No one takes my Gith Yankee and gets away with it!
Lae'zel was a formidable addition to our party. Our odds without her are diminished. We should consider Orin's terms carefully, however distasteful we may find them.
You almost pity Orin, taking Lae'zel like that. Give her half a chance, and she'll rip out the shapeshifter's spine.
What happened? If she does, I'll stab her! I have a knife! She can't have me again! She
can't just let Orin take one of our own, even if it's Lae'zel. We have to rescue her, or kill Gortash in order to win her freedom.
Damn it all! We've got to get Lae'zel back. If that means killing Gortash, nothing would give me greater pleasure.
Is there something you want to talk about, my dear? Then I'll see your delicious self tonight. Can we? I suppose we can. Can't get enough. I'm not surprised. You are perfect. Every time.
Damn rats. Oi, you! I thought I asked you to clean the rats out of this cellar yesterday already. Hop to it! Get in there! Killing's killing. Don't say you love your work if you ain't sticking by it. Real bull spawn would kill them rats. Oh, go on. Nothing better to practice your skills on than a few rats. Where's this today? Chef Revere. No, I need them rats taken care of. Here's the deal. I'll keep a lookout for murderers. You murder the rats. You just lying around, you furry chunkers. Disgraceful.
Oh, look, Tambourine. A servant comes to help us. Oh, kill those rats, would you? When they're dead, the other servants will feed us.
No time. time for playing with cats, especially lazy lumps that won't catch rats.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Sometimes the only way out is through.
Can't afford to let up.
No gloom, all doom.
You're getting close. The wine cellar. There's a hidden door that leads further in. The mechanism to open it is somewhere among the wine racks.
The psionic detector's been activated. There must be Gith hostiles nearby.
Githyanki? What are they doing here? Get rid of them.
What a pleasant surprise. Here you are, as brazen. The glooms. Of course you had. How quaint that we should. We know all. Tell me. What did it offer you in You have fallen prey to its. Your story ends here. We will reclaim the astral prism. Death will be your.
First step is the hardest.
Time for a cull. outmaneuver them. Step by step.
Need to stay focused. On I go.
For the Queen!
There's blood in the air.
Talk to me.
Non dire. Infinium via!
Let's spill some blood. Tormented!
Killing
What should I do?
Now search the room. There's a statue that conceals the way through. I'll reveal it to you.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
I have such a headache. Something over there.
Thank you for bringing me back. Look around. You'll find some of my things still intact. Perhaps even useful to you. Rascal's collar. My poor four-legged friend. Their lives are so brief, so simple, and yet full.
That's curious.
A recipe for fiddlehead soup. A favorite meal of mine. When I had need of meals like that.
That might be worth.
An old container for brains. Empty. Shame. It would have been nice to find one to sustain me now.
That's curious.
The chains I used to mine my meals. Villains and lawbreakers. You see, I tried to exercise morality where I could.
What's that?
My old wardrobe. The home of all my disguises. We are what we appear to be. And so appearances matter. final voyage, pinched in a moment of sentimentality.
What's that?
My old sword. My first purchase as an adventurer. No use to me anymore. It's yours, if you want it.
You kill the rats, yes? I heard commotion in the cellar. Good. Perfect. Here, you take this. And do not worry. Chef Revere's eyes will be kept most peeled for murderous knaves. Today, don't customers know there's a war on? Look at you, just lying around, you furry chunkers. Disgraceful.
Why the stunned face? You look like you've seen a devil. The pup dug his own hole, darling. I merely supplied the claws. I've always been the giving type, after all. To wit, go to Gortash's secret prison, and I'll help you spring Will's daddy free. Of course, you could always leave him to rot, but that would make Will's sacrifice worthless, and I know you wouldn't want that. Focus on the elder brain. I'd hate to clog that infected head of yours with needless details. Will's a gifted hunter, and Zariel's made her share of enemies in and out of the Hells. Devils, demons, deserters. They're a great burden on the Lord of the First. Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. The clause still holds. As long as Will doesn't tug on my leash, he'll be stalking only the wickedest prey. It's a win-win. You have the best ideas. are an inquisitive one. I'd have thought you'd figured by now. Zariel found a new use for an old battle axe. The dead three in that bulging brain of theirs are a threat to more than this trifling city, you know. Savor her company. Who's to say when Zariel might change her mind? My mistress can be so capricious. The 9 hells of Beator. Each its own domain, each with its own archdevil to rule it. I call the first hell my home, Avernus. My mistress Zariel's realm, a torrid battleground split by the bloody waters of the Styx. How I adore it. The delicious agony of it all. The other 8, well, they are pleasures unto themselves. Perhaps I'll show you myself, if I deem you worthy. Correct. I didn't. If you must know, I was scouting the cultists on behalf of Zariel, but those cursed shadows were thick enough to fell even a half-fiend. I woke in that damned pod. It kept my body sealed and my most powerful magic silenced. But a brave, kind, benevolent soul set me free. Gallantry isn't dead after all. Why? I'm supplying Will with every scrap of his infernal power. I've paid my dues many times over. I tell you what, when the time comes to squish that big baddie of a brain, I'll lend you a hand. Like I said, I'm the giving type.
They say that home is where a person can be their truest selves, without guile, without pretense. You did well to see off the Githyanki who had invaded mine. And now that you have seen where I come from, you know all there is to know about me. At least, all that matters. The flavors of my favorite fiddlehead soup, should you wish to experience it for yourself. My beloved confidant and loyal companion Rascal. The very first reward I gifted myself on completion of my first adventure. The garments with which I concealed and later constructed my appearance as the Emperor. We spoke of my relationship with Duke Berlin Stillname, a story I have told no one else. I have no more secrets from you. No need to resort to subterfuge. We are true allies now, working towards a common goal. Your distrust of me will be your undoing. Would it make a difference if I let you read my thoughts? Did you like it? The truth. This was the alternative relationship we could have had. Aren't you glad I finessed my methods? But since you insist on thwarting my craft, let us be blunt. You are my puppet. Make no mistake, without me, you have no value. You will take me to the brain because you have no other choice. And once we are there, you will do exactly what I tell you to. And you would do well to reconsider unlocking your potential. Your puerile attachment to your material form jeopardizes us all. If I must, I will force you. We are done here.
Gods, you're beautiful. Then I'll see your delicious self tonight.